There's a pretty big reason why I stopped posting, or I'm limiting the amount of detailing content that I'm posting on this specific channel. I mentioned a few videos ago where if I'm gonna post like how-to detailing related content, it'll be on the Proper Care channel. But I had made a post on Instagram about going over some some key metrics you're supposed to know in your business, like your average ticket price, your close rate, and things like that. And someone left a comment on that video. And this is why like so many detailers stay stuck where they are, or they don't spend more money on marketing or on ads, or don't invest in marketing because they're stuck in a very limited mindset. So let me read. So the video I posted was about running ads and knowing your customer acquisition cost, your close rate, your average ticket price, and and this is not singling out this person. Like, this is a common thread I see amongst many detailers in the industry on, they're more focused on the detailing side versus like understanding their business and their numbers and like trying to grow to the next level. So the comment goes, but that one customer can turn out to be a returning customer, bringing in easy couple $1,000s per year. Additionally, bring other customers. So you do whatever. So now in your equation, ticket price is completely irrelevant and unknown value. And here's the thing, okay? Here is the thing. One of the metrics I was talking about was your average ticket price, where, hey, you want to know, like, in a given year, in a given month, what is your average ticket price? So this person is saying, hey, well, if you're running ads and you get a customer, that one customer might bring you another customer down the road. So now, instead of it being 500, it's 1,000, and maybe they return in 6 months, so it's another 300. So you don't really know the average ticket price. And this is the issue with so many detailers, to where so many detailers don't even use a CRM to properly track their numbers, that they don't know what their average ticket price is. Like I've been saying so many times, we use jobbers. So, and every service that we do, like let's take last year, every service that we do runs through jobber. So every service is accounted for. So our average ticket price for last year was $532. That means we had some jobs that were $2,800 and we had some jobs that were $100. The average ticket price across all services for the year of 2025 was $532. So now when we projected our numbers for 2026, we're basing it off of 2025 numbers. Now, can there be a discrepancy? Can there be, can our average ticket price go down, or can our average ticket price go up? Of course, but it's the average ticket price. You're just working with some number. But for many detailers, they're like, oh, well, this might happen, so the average ticket price won't be that. And if they give you another customer, it's like, that is the issue. Like it's the framework and how you operate your business that limits you to what you're doing. So yes, theoretically, like when we're running ads, we had a customer that we booked through ads for window tint. She was a $600 window tint job. And then she also booked in her friend's car for an additional $500. So this one customer through ads that, our customer acquisition cost is I think like $110 right now. There's one customer that we spent $110 to get, brought us $1,100 in revenue. And yes, like are we gonna account for every single job right now and change our average ticket price? No, we're still gonna run off of our $532 average ticket price. And maybe after Q1, we'll take a look at it and say, okay, for this year so far, from January 1st to March 31st, our average ticket price is actually $470 or $600 or $500, whatever the number might be. But we're gonna adjust our numbers as we go along throughout the year. But to just say, oh, well, that number is actually irrelevant because that one customer might bring you two. This is the issue that I'm always referring to, of like, why so many detailers are stuck in this, like, I'm just focused on detailing and those numbers don't matter. Because once you understand the formula of it, like let's say for instance, if you're running ads, because that's something we're heavy on right now. If you're running ads, you'll understand, okay, if I spend X amount of dollars to get X amount of leads, to get X amount of customers, my close rate is this number, my average ticket price is this, so we can project that if we spend this much at this close rate, at this average ticket price, we are gonna produce this much money. Now you have a formula that you can just keep on running over and over. But because detailers are saying, oh, I don't really need to track that number, that's not an important number, they're stuck in this way of just like, oh, I get customers through referrals, through word of mouth, through social media, I don't pay a dime, and that's good, like I don't have to worry about that. But again, depending on what your goals are in your business and what you want to achieve, like that's not something that you want to do. Even if you are working on your own and it's just you, it still helps to have a understanding of all these numbers, so that if you do want to grow, or maybe you want to make more money, or whatever the case may be, you have a true understanding of what's happening in your business, and you're not just like going with the wind and whatever comes your way comes your way. Like if you want more ceramic coatings, or if you want to offer a new service like window tint or PPF, or you want to do anything else aside just you do all the work every single day and you're just doing whatever comes your way, it really helps to understand these numbers in your business so that you can make more informed decisions. It's not just about being data informed, right? It's about being data driven in terms of, okay, you know, we generated X amount of leads this month, we closed this amount, I want to make this much. So how do we get more leads? How do we increase our conversion ratio? How do we increase our average ticket price for us to, you know, hit whatever goals you want to hit? And that's a perfect segue to talk about Jobber. Again, every job we did, every appointment, every quote and invoice and deposit that we did in 2025 was ran through Jobber. And now that we're heading into the spring rush, which, well, mostly every detailer in the country is going into the spring rush, you want to make sure you're tracking all your data, all the information, all your customers, so that at the end of the quarter, end of the year, at whatever time period, you actually have the data and information to understand what your business is doing. And for us, we run everything through Jobber. If you're getting Zelle payments here, Venmo payments there, cash payments here, and you're just keeping it in your back pocket, not reporting everything, you don't have your analytics all dialed in, you don't have a true view of what your business is doing, and that's going to hurt you in the long run. If you want to get a free 14-day trial plus a special discount, you can click the link down below to give it a try. But this is why Jobber is so powerful, is because if you run everything through Jobber, all the appointments, all the invoices, it gives you a very clean look at how your business is doing. And if you want to go higher or raise your prices or change your sales process, you are able to see by the numbers how it's affecting your business. So if you want to give that a try, click the link down below. And I'm not trying to say this in a rude way or in a I'm a better way. It's just objectively the truth of, so many detailers complain about, hey, I don't have work. Hey, I'd like to have more of this, but I don't. I don't want to spend money on marketing. I just want everything to be free. I don't want to do any of this. And then you kind of question like why you're still there, or why you're still doing all this work and you'd rather go do this, or why you can't raise your prices. It's because you're stuck in this limited mindset. Like if you wanted to get 50 leads for a specific service this month, you could do that. But then I say, oh, well, hey, ads is a perfect method for that. Oh, what? It's because I don't know how to do videos. I don't have a camera. I don't know how to do the audio. I don't know how to edit a video. I don't know how to set up the meta ads. No, I'm gonna go post a video on Instagram, right? If you wanted 100 leads this month, you could do that. If you don't want to pay for ads and you want to go for the long-term strategy, well, you could do search engine optimization. And then what's the next thing that I hear? Oh, well, I don't know how to create a website. No, that's a scam. No, I've tried that in the past. It doesn't work. I don't really believe in that. I'm just gonna post a video on Instagram. So there's methods in which you like to grow your business, but because you have this mindset of like, oh, if that doesn't work, nah, that's not really needed. Well, I'm able to get customers by doing this, and no, I've never seen that actually happen. Well, I tried that once and it didn't work out. Like over the course of maybe this year, we'll probably, actually, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not sure. But let's say on maybe in peak months, we'll probably generate between 250 to 500 leads per month in our business through organic marketing, which is SEO, and then paid ads through meta ads. That, you know, if you had the strategy to generate 400 leads in 1 month, would that help your business? Of course it would. But the issue becomes you don't overcome these hurdles, these mental barriers of saying, okay, yes, that is something that can work. Now, what do I have to do as an individual to learn that skill, to implement it, and to see the results and to get the results? Yes, it takes a very long time. Yes, it takes money. Yes, it's a new skill set. Yes to everything. It's not detailing. It's not paint correction. It's not cleaning an interior. It's not any of that stuff. It's learning a completely new set of skills, or if you have the money and the resources, go hire an agency to run all of that for you so you can get the results that you want. Whether you do it yourself or you pay someone, the execution of the plan still has to take place, right? As they say, no action is a form of taking action. You took no action, right? Like you are choosing to not take action. So if you want whether more organic customers or you're willing to spend money on ads, you have to go and do that thing. And again, like if you just want to rely on social media, fantastic, but don't post 3 videos a week. Post 12 videos a week. Go crazy with it. Like, learn how to create content, learn how to have better lighting, how to have better audio. Change your formats in terms of how you're posting on social media. Because if you want to go the free route, like, go all in and post 12, 15 times per week. Your 2 videos a week that you're doing is not enough volume and not giving you enough reps to get better at that one thing. Anyways, this is just a short little video because I see this all the time. I have conversations with detailers all the time, especially when it comes to marketing, where someone will tell me like, hey, can you look at my website real quick? And you know, I'll take a look for like 30 seconds and be like, hey, this is whatever. And the back and forth that we have, it's like, man, like, you don't want to pay for anything, whether it's an agency, whether it's like a course, whether it's anything, and you're just doing everything on the whim. And it's like, man, like, you're gonna spend months doing this, and you're gonna come back to me again. I'm gonna review the website again, and I'm gonna tell you the same thing of like, yeah, bro, like, this is not, it's not gonna do what you want it to do, because like you're missing the mark every which way. And again, it's not to say like I'm coming from a place of like, oh, I'm better, or I know what I'm doing. It's just like, objectively, like, I've seen this time and time again, and I see time and time again detailers making the same mistake over and over, and they just stay in the same spot. They don't get more leads, they don't get more customers, they don't make more money, and it's just a hamster wheel over and over. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.